Okay, so I have something a little different today. Today is Tuesday, and I'm currently filming my 5 parsecs game. I'm almost done with the game, and that should be up hopefully by tomorrow. We are running behind this week on our games, definitely behind. Julie's not feeling her best, and she's feeling better now. She has some kind of flare thing going on, and fortunately today she is recovering, feeling better. So be filming that and then putting that up, and then of course we have Stargrave, which is next, and that's probably going to happen closer to the weekend, and that'll be Steve versus me. Don't miss that game. That's going to be fun. All right, and then after that will be Oathmark. That is the third game that we had planned. That's probably not going to happen until early next week. Like I said, we're way behind. So this video, what I want to do is talk a little bit about the bugs in Bug Hunt, and that's what I'm doing for 5 parsecs right now. I'm getting ready for a collaboration with a friend to play Bug Hunt 5 parsecs. So I'm using Gibson and his crew as guinea pigs, and now what I'm doing is working on like a little bit of an ecology for the bugs. So in the next part of the video, I'm going to show you some of the figures, and there'll be a little like narrative around it or whatever, but it's basically to kind of give a glimpse of my ideas on all the different bugs that we'll encounter in Bug Hunt. And keep in mind that this is for my personal games. Doesn't mean that it'll be carried over to the collaboration. I don't know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. So but right now this is just something I'm doing to add a little flavor to the bugs. Let's check out some xenobugs. Tentacled creepers are large, maggot-like xenobugs. They have a giant maw in the midst of a ring of tentacles which slither about, and a hard carapace that protects their head, which also bear massive jaws. These creatures are not very fast, but they can lash out with those tentacles, and they are extremely hard to kill thanks to their armor. So you can find tentacle creepers in most backwater worlds. They do tend to form the predatory fauna of many backwater worlds, and also in some populated worlds, in some of the wild areas of those worlds. They are, however, more common in backwater worlds unless they're part of a swarm. Face rippers. Face rippers have not been documented very much in fringe space. We know of their existence in many of the backwater worlds, but they've also been found in some of the larger, very populated worlds, even beneath cities, in fact. In many of the water supply areas of cities, or even sewer areas of some cities, these creatures have been found and have caused quite a few problems in those areas. Again, not a lot is known of their ecology, except that they're very difficult to kill and do have swarming tendencies at times. They will be the part of xeno swarms. Face rippers are a serious threat and should be killed on sight. Vent crawlers. Vent crawlers are a very diversified group of xenobugs. They are definitely identified as giant arthropods, having either 6 legs or 8 legs in some cases, being more spider-like, more like arachnids, and in other cases being more insect-like. These creatures are found many times in starships, as they do infiltrate human starships and are often transported from world to world this way. They can be extremely dangerous, especially when part of a swarm. Slithering horrors, just as the name suggests, are giant worm-like creatures. Found in backwater worlds, usually swamp worlds that have a lot of swamp. But in some cases, they've been found in forested worlds as well. Very rarely are they found among civilization, but on occasion they have been known to stalk outposts for human prey, humanoid prey. That seems to be their favorite prey. Now, this is a group of extraordinarily varied creatures that often take the form of arthropods. And some of these giant xenobugs are bizarre as well as deadly. These are what we call the swarm. They seem to be guided by some kind of alien intellect, while some people speculate that this alien intellect is some kind of hive mind. We still don't know for sure. One thing that's certain is that whatever this force is in fringe space, it is very predatory, and it tends to recruit from all these bug-like creatures. Namely, a swarm may thus include vent crawlers, who are recruited into the swarm by unknown means. Sometimes the swarm will also contain a varied group of face rippers and even tentacled creepers. This would be a typical swarm attacking a world. Now, these swarms are often found in backwater planets where they feed on a lot of the native biofauna, but they've been known to attack in large numbers. They have been known to attack civilized worlds, often decimating the population or crippling the economy of the planet, depending on its size. Now, they don't devour entire worlds as it was once thought. They're more like locusts. They will feed on the location that they have invaded and then disappear for a while, only to come back again and feed on the world again, thus often crippling it, decimating its population. And they usually attack very large population centers when they are in swarm mode. There's still much that has to be learned about the swarm, what they are exactly, what is this intellect, this force that recruits all of these creatures to become basically one force. Most of these creatures would be found alone in normal biosystems. Not so when they become part of a swarm. They also become more aggressive and far more predatory. So a swarm is something that must be reported immediately. Let whatever governors of whatever sector you're in know of the formation of a swarm, its makeup, if possible, and report it immediately so that that world may prepare itself in the case of invasion. This is one of the more mysterious parts of the xenobug ecology, is this swarming ecology. We have yet to understand it.